time to dig into Kids Corner with Dr. Martha Durham.
Hello.
Okay, school is back.
Yes.
And some people may either already know this about their child or learning it, that
Yes.
maybe, their child has a learning disability.
Right.
So how do you kind of set them up to be successful in school and life?
Yes. So one thing that's very common with kids with learning disabilities like ADHD, dyslexia, there's something called mathematics disorder, or if you have ASD, which is autistic spectrum disorder, you can be what I call a late bloomer. And so these are kids who mature a little bit later. And so one of the things I want parents to understand is with those kids, their behaviors might look young and younger than their peer group. And one thing I want parents to feel really entitled to do and should do is to provide extra scaffolding for those kids.
What does that mean?
So when a child doesn't know what to do yet and you want them to learn but they need help, you're the scaffolding. You're holding them up while they're learning until you can remove your part of the support, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So these learning disabled kids, or what I like to say is kids who meet the criteria for a learning disability, honestly, if they're getting in trouble for immature behaviors, or if you're expecting them to do some things that their peers can do, you might harm them academically and socially. So one of the things you can do to set your child up for success is understand, I'm going to do a little more for this child because of this issue.
Right.
So if they make a decision that is something that they would get in a lot of trouble for, a lot of times I'll figure out how can I not do as much so that they can still succeed. If they need extra help studying, I'm going to help them study.
Right.
Not in a doing it for them kind of way.
Right.
If they need a tutor longer, I'm going to do that.
But you're just holding their hand just a little bit longer than you may.
And the way you want to think about it is providing that scaffolding under their feet, because a lot of times they're embarrassed by this.
Yes.
And they don't want to seem like they can't do things.
Yes.
And so it's the wrong idea to say something like, well, he should know that, or he should know this is due. I'd be more likely to go, do you know that's due? I would still be watching things. I would provide a...
That's a good way to do it, because it's kind of like still giving them some of the responsibility, but still like a little nudge.
Yes, as if they're a few years younger. And I'm going to tell you something that some people don't understand. A lot of these kids don't really launch until mid to late 20s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people who think something's wrong, there's failure to thrive, whatever. You really have to provide that scaffolding longer. And this is anecdotal, which means I'm going off of my own experience with clients I've had, with my own children, with my friends' children. If you can provide a little extra scaffolding until they reach that age, they fly.
Yeah.
And I've seen it again and again. And so you have to understand, act like they're 2 or 3 years behind their peer group and their siblings, if their siblings don't have that disability, to help them reach the success that they will have.
Right.
You just have to understand you're not enabling them, you're not doing it for them, it's scaffolding.
And do you think teachers realize that too? Because sometimes, like, I feel like sometimes the kids with, the ADD, they you know what I mean? They can be more disruptive.
Yes.
Into a teacher could be like, oh, like an eye roll, I got to deal with this.
It's so important to get a 504 or an IEP and an actual diagnosis, because those are legal documents. And yes, many great teachers do know, but I'm going to tell you, the ones who don't can harm your child when they think he's lazy,
or just being
he's combative, he's disrespectful. No, if you do that, you can actually hold them back. And there's something called rejection sensitive dysphoria that happens to these kids, where they think they can do something, but they can't because they haven't been diagnosed or treated, and they start to really not like themselves.
Oh, that's got to be so far,
And so if a teacher, I remember the teacher who extinguished the love of school in one of my children. I shall not name that teacher.
Right, but you'll never forget her.
I'll never forget her. But then there were wonderful teachers who knew and then provided that scaffolding for my children, and I'm so grateful to them. And they know who they are. I would shout out their names,
Right.
So it is really important that teachers are educated as well, and then you get those 504s and IEPs so that you can provide extra scaffolding for these kids.
To do it. Okay, if you are, a parent and you're like, this is great, I would love to sit down and maybe talk a little bit more, get a little bit more thorough, get in touch with Martha. You see the information right there on your screen, northmaincounseling.com. Thank you so much, Doc.
I love being here.
Thank you for having me. Always a wealth of knowledge. All right, y'all, quick break. More Your Carolina coming up next.